Hey, guess what time it is? It's speed build time, and it's been a hot second since I've done one of these bad boys, but today you'll see I started with the exterior like I usually do, and that's just because, frankly, this exterior is a little bit boring and also took forever, and it's not that exciting to watch me, place pillars and, roof trims, I don't think, personally. But what I wanted to do was, I think I've rebuilt the museum in Del Sol Valley a good amount of times, but I think this is my favorite time I've ever done it. It's a lot smaller than the original, and I tried to keep some of the vibe of the original, because the original had that really funky roof. I tried to do a funky roof too. It's just not ugly. So no ugly roof, just a funky one. And then I didn't really use pack restrictions because I'm weak-willed and sometimes I just want to use what I want to use. But I would say that it's mostly base game. Mostly base game. The patio, chairs and umbrellas outside, those are from Perfect Patio stuff, I want to say. And then, the movie screen is from movie hangout stuff. But, the chairs that I use for, the theater area, I put a theater in this, by the way. Those are base game, and then I use, base game rugs and base game trophies. And then I use Get Famous, obviously, because it's in, Del Sol Valley. And I wanted it to kind of maintain that, it's, supposed to be the Plumbob Pictures Museum, so I wanted it to have movie stuff in it. So it has movie stuff in it. But, I don't know, I thought it was a cool idea. Because I watch a lot of Little Simsy, an exorbitant amount of Little Simsy, okay. And I was rewatching her video where she makes, an Art Deco style movie theater, and it inspired me, and I wanted to make a movie theater, but then I realized I would just end up copying what she did, because I actually really like Art Deco as a style, and the movie decoration thing that she used for it is very Art Deco looking, so I realized I would just end up copying her, and I didn't want to be that guy, so I chose to not be that guy, and instead just rebuilt the museum and stuck a movie theater in it. And that was pretty exciting, and I like that I use, an ugly red carpet. I think it fits the vibe so well. I don't know. I'm a big fan of my own work. The other thing, though, with this is I didn't know what to do with all the space, because I made it significantly smaller than the original, but it still had a lot of empty space. I used small wall height because I didn't want it to feel, too, I don't know. The tall wall height in The Sims is just no bueno para me. But so the downstairs, I end up, sticking the bar there, which I kind of thought, you'd get, popcorn there, because there's a movie theater, and also, I don't know. I know that's not how it works in The Sims, but in my brain, that's what it was gonna work as. But I put that, and I ended up putting a piano and, easels and chairs downstairs, so the downstairs isn't, the museum area that upstairs is. And I never know what to put in museums in The Sims, because, I don't know, there's just, a few sculptures. They're huge, right? You could do, an outdoor sculpture thing, but there's only, 5 of those. And then, there's artwork, but it's a lot of the same artwork I use in my Sims houses, so it would be weird. And then, I don't know, it's just, museums in The Sims 4 are a different breed. I never know what to do. It kept being, put sculptures here, and I was I don't know what to do. So finally, I just stuck a bunch of trophies in, because the sculptures are part of the requirements for a museum lot type. But, yeah, I don't know. I actually do think it ended up looking nice. I wanted it to maintain some of, this is a movie museum where they have some of, the movie memorabilia. So I put, some of the nice wall decorations from Get Famous for that. Then I use those spotlights as almost a feature light above the stairwell. But I do go, so, the colors you'll see are, you'll see show up as, red, blue, and green. When I, put that spotlight there, but, we fixed that. When I go into, live mode, I fixed that and made them yellow, so it's fine. It's all good. But, yeah, I don't know, I think that I struggle with community lots in The Sims, but as far as community lots go, this isn't a bad one. I didn't completely suck. And I really like the exterior of it. And I struggle, too, with community lots, because oftentimes you need a lot of, blank walls that don't have a ton of windows. So I struggled to do that, and especially with this one, because I was like, there's going to be a lot of blank walls, because the movie theater can't exactly have windows going into it. But I think adding, like, the pillars and some of the more, like, architectural detail on the front kind of made up for the fact that a lot of the walls don't have windows. Like, it makes it okay. It solves the problem. But yeah, I think I did an okay job. The other thing that was hard to fit in was bathrooms. I don't love the spot that I ended up putting them in, but I had kind of placed the stairwell and the bar in the movie theater in a way that it would just work out best, and I didn't want to have to, like, fix everything, because once I placed the stairwell, I just didn't want it to go back. Like, it was done, you know? But, so the bathrooms are in a spot that I don't super love, because I don't like the big window looking into them, but I could manage to get around it pretty easily, so I'm not angry, okay? It's okay. Like, I just put the sinks facing not on the wall with the window. Like, I put the sinks facing the other wall. And it ended up being fine. So, I think, ultimately, I just need to, like, be nicer to myself when I'm doing these things. Because I fight with myself a lot when I do builds, because I'm like, well, I want this to be the case and I want this to be the case, but I can't have both. Like, I can't have nice windows along the front and have the bathroom here, because you can't have a bathroom with windows in it, because it's, like, weird and pervy. But I want all the walls to have windows, because I like windows, and I think it looks weird without it, especially in The Sims. Like, in real life, that's a very common thing to have, like, a lot of blank walls on a building, especially, like, community buildings. And, like, even in houses, you'll have, like, the back of a house is usually, like, super ugly. Like, the house I grew up in, one of the walls is super ugly. It has, like, one window up top, no windows on the bottom floor, and is, like, a flat wall. And it, like, in The Sims, that just doesn't fly. Like, it just doesn't look good. But, like, with this one, I feel like it's not a big deal. I hit it with some trees, you know, put some palm trees up around the edges and called it a day. But, yeah, I don't know. The other thing is, like, roof bits were showing through the walls. Just had to be okay with it. Wasn't about to go change the, like, type of roof trim I had, because nope, wasn't happening. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, like, we just need more community lots in general, though, because in The Sims, like, if you think about the community lots, we have museums, which I, like, rarely use, actually. I sometimes will go on, like, have my Sims go on a museum date, but, like, not really. Bowling alleys, they don't have a lot type for it. You just, like, make it a generic lot and put a bowling alley there, you know? And, like, that works fine, but, like, there's not one, like, pre-made into the game, like, preset into the game, which means I never use them. I don't use restaurants because they're glitchy. I built a restaurant yesterday, though. But, like, I don't use them because I don't like how glitchy they are, because it's not even worth taking my Sim on a date, because they'll just be out till, 4 in the morning, and it's annoying. And I'll have school the next morning, and I'm like, never mind, it's just not even worth it. And what else do we even have? We have, like, bars. There's a bar in every world, and there's gyms. I use gyms quite a bit, actually. Like, I think gyms are pretty helpful, and I think that the bars are helpful for, like, meeting people. But I think, like, why I just feel like there needs to be, like, more, like, specifically, like, movie theaters, bowling alleys. Like, why isn't it, like, a specific lot type almost? Or, like, why don't they have ones, like, you can easily place into your game when you, like, get the pack, I guess, you know? Like, why didn't they just have, like, a little small town, like, movie theater when they release movie hangout stuff that, like, it would, like, pull up the option the same way it doesn't dine out to, like, give you the restaurant when you first load up? Why doesn't it give you the option for, like, a movie theater when you first load up? Or, you know, a bowling alley when you first load up? It's just, like, so annoying to me, because I never use those lots, because I have to, like, do it myself. And sometimes, like, you know, I just made a new save file, I want to go on a bowling date, but, like, I'm not going to build a bowling alley just for it. And I don't use the gallery very often. So I don't know, but biggest pet peeve at the moment, no lot types, and also that we don't have more, like, tub shower combos. That's a bit off topic, but it bugs. Anyway, we should be going into screenshots any second now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!